Whistle Van.
WSSL. The folks you hear on the radio quite often.
They wake you up in the morning.
They do, don't they?
In a nice way, though.
In a very nice way.
That must be the Kitty College Daycare Center.
Kitty College Daycare Center, organized in 1959, teaches preschool children Christmas tree, fireplace, magic of Christmas is emphasized on their float here today. I hear some more band music coming up in the background.
Now, the band members are the only people here today whose feet are actually warm. And there's the Mount Sinai Daycare float. And we sure do appreciate, people take a lot of time and a lot of money to put floats in this parade, and it sure does make a big difference. Spartanburg JC is also putting a lot into this. We appreciate the fact that they get out every year and sponsor this.
The Mount Sinai Daycare Center is part of Mount Sinai Baptist Church, and their job is to educate children in a spiritual way and academics at an early age.
I hear the Spartanburg High School band coming down the street, and as I said, there's only people who have warm feet this morning, Alan.
I believe it, oh.
Let's listen. Come on, guys, start up. Band directed by Mr. Mark Fisher. They have 140 members. And what would football be without a band?
The song Joy to the World. A very appropriate song.
And there's the Spartan Mills float.
Spartan Mills, yeah. Who do we have writing on that?
That must be Miss Spartanburg.
Is that Miss Spartanburg, yeah.
Beautiful lady with her crown on this morning and her fur coat. Look at that. She's having a hard time deciding which side of the street to wave at first. She's doing a great job going back and forth.
Spartan Mills is approaching its 100th birthday, Jane, in 1990, with a very rich historical past.
You know, textiles are such a big part of what we are in the upstate.
They really are. They make this area go. The area thrives on that still today, very much.
It's nice to see them taking part in the parade today. And here's the Bethel Baptist Church crowd. It's just right up the street
Coming up
here.
the street there, yeah. Have you started your Christmas shopping yet?
I've almost finished my Christmas shopping.
You've finished your Christmas shopping?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a procrastinator, Jane. I hate to say that.
You've got your wife out today. That's what you've done.
I wait until the day after when the sales come. Then do Christmas shopping.
There's the Concerned Children's Club. Now, talk about a group that does a lot for the community. It was formed back in August of this year, and it's a drug-free club of children from the Prince Hall Apartments, and that's nice that they have that support. And we see again the Bethel Baptist Church drill team, and warm feet too. These guys will stomp and move. They know how to keep themselves warm in a Christmas parade.
You better believe they do. I see the kids waving on the sides as they go by. You know, their eyes really light up the parades, don't they? The younger they are, the more intrigued they are with what's taking place at a parade.
And they're all waiting on Santa Claus.
Yeah,
they
the
know
big
he
moment.
must be here somewhere. They're all behaving themselves very well.
The grand finale, when the old man from the North Pole finally does arrive. We're getting a little show behind us here with one group, member of the group.
Would that be the Waldron Bakery? No, there's the Bethel Baptist Church van. Okay. Taking care of the kids.
Gaffney.
I know we've got that bakery truck coming up somewhere. This may be it right here.
Is that it?
My eyesight's going bad. I'm getting old. That's Frederickson Motor Express. Thank you, nice people.
Frederickson Motor Express.
And that's a 1919 truck. It's an international stake body truck. Frederickson's first unit when they started in business. That's a long time ago.
That's a long time to have that truck around and still running, but it looks like it, at least it sounds like it's ticking pretty good there behind us.
Look at all those Santa Clauses. Talk about the kids waiting on Santa Claus. There are a lot of them on the Tutorial Enrichment Center float. How many Santa Claus faces do you see on there? At least 5 or 6.
At least that many.
A lot of smiling faces too. Well, let's go through some of those names.
Now, let's see. We have Tamika Houston, who is Miss American Scholars, who's riding the float. Cameron Douglas, Mr. American Scholars, I should say, as well, on that float with the Tutorial Enrichment Center.
Here's a vocal group back here. These girls are used to saying no. They just say no, and they're the Whitlock Junior High School cheerleaders, cheering for their team and cheering to just say no to drugs. What a good message. You were talking about the cute little faces. What a great influence some of these older kids, these junior high school and high school kids are on the young ones.
You bet.
And there's the Whitlock Junior High float and the cheerleaders right in front of them.
And the cheerleaders
I messed up
are
now.
the StarTex Packers cheerleaders.
Thank you.
They're from StarTex, School District 5. Girls in that group range in age from 10 to 12 years old. And the coach mother is Lynn Mittig. Whitlock Junior High School Just Say No Club. That's what you're seeing right now in their float.
I hear another siren. Are you getting nervous?
I'm getting nervous. I tell you what, we'll come back to the siren in just a minute. Stay with us.
About the South, everybody knows the holidays start with Rich's two-day Thanksgiving sale. Save 10 to 40% on all fine and casual china from Noritake, Mikasa, Wedgwood, Lenox, Royal Dalton, and others. Every style of grandfather clock is 40 to 50% off, which means our best seller is $13.99. And Odyssey Collection room-size Oriental and floral design rugs just $100.99. So come to Rich's, where we're starting the holidays with big savings at our two-day Thanksgiving sale.
Winn-Dixie and Nature present Harvest Fresh Produce. Nature makes the produce. Winn-Dixie makes the difference.
And we're having a great time down here on the floor. Everybody seems to be having fun. Kelly, how are you doing this Christmas? Are you waiting for Santa Claus? Have you already decided what you want? What do you want for Christmas, Kelly?
I forgot.
You forgot? Well, Jane, I know you wanted to see this little number here. Are you having fun this Christmas parade? You seem to be well decorated. What's your name?
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Are you having fun at the Christmas parade?
Yeah.
Well, Jane and Alan, looks like everybody's having a good time. We've got tumblers on the way coming down, so bundle up.
I'm so glad we found that little dog.
Yeah, I am too. You'll have to get one of those for your puppy. What's his name?
Riley.
Riley, that's right. You brought him around the station a few
It's
times.
taken him a long time to grow his own winter coat. And there's Angels Gymnastics. That's an appropriate name, isn't it?
It
Angels
sure
here
is. They're, of course, marching for us this morning, and they do various stunts, walkovers, cartwheels, backhand springs, and on and on and on. I can't begin to even say half of what they do, let alone do
Especially
it.
this early in the morning. Can you imagine doing a backhand spring on Main Street this
Well, you know, that's not a bad idea. That's a good way to keep warm.
Again, a lot of fun for these kids to be able to... Oh, look, there
There they go.
I bet Frosty
Let's try it.
could do one
Yeah,
of those.
we're going to try it back the other way, I think. Let's see what we do here.
Wouldn't you be nervous? I bet the
And she
moms
made it.
get so nervous when they do that. Way to go, girl. Who knows? We may see one of those little girls in the Olympics one of these days.
You never know.
Beautiful string of floats right behind them.
It sure is.
Yeah, they got a nice applause there from the crowd.
You know what I like about this time of the year, though? All of the Christmas shows on TV, you know, especially the cartoons. Especially
You never grow out of that,
You never
do you?
grow out of those.
There's the
You know, I have
TJ
to.
Maxx crowd. Talk about shopping. That's where I'm going to head right after this parade.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of folks head out there.
And the store people are wearing some of the things that they bought at TJ Maxx. On the
What they
TJ
got on there
Maxx
with them?
float.
Is that an Alaskan Husky? Is that what that's like? And maybe some reindeer. Monks Grove Baptist Church and Children's Junior Choir is what we're looking at right now. These kids sing every Sunday except the third Sunday, and apparently they rotate around with some older kids in the church there. And they also sing at various church functions.
And there's Beacon 1. Some of our friends, Brian Dickert, Carrie Bennett, and Sound of Light host, Britt Dillard. Also, Skywatch weatherman Ken Bostic in there. Nice to see you, LFJ. Got a little music, yeah.
Carrying up the Marionette Federated Club. Marionetta Federated Club is a part of the National Federation of Clubs in the USA, and they help to care for the orphan home in Casey, South Carolina. They also give scholarships to high school seniors, and they participate in many local charities as well.
Well, that's great. How nice of them. We like to talk about people who take the time to care. And so many of these parade entrants, we see how they do take the time
They really
to care.
take that time, that extra. They go the extra mile.
I see some little beauty queens on this float. Beauty queens and king.
Would this be the
Wanna make a mistake there.
1989 Little Miss Beauty Queens and Kings? And let's see who we have riding in the car there. Christina Ridgway, Wee Miss, I should say, Lyman Tri-County, and Petite Miss Inman. She's also Little Miss Charlotte Motor Speedway of 1989. She's got a few trophies.
She's a busy
in her
little mess. And Miranda
collection
Newman,
there.
Gina Kendall, and Mitchell Lawson all on there.
The float was,
And
of
Aaron
course,
Reed. Don't forget Aaron Reed.
sponsored by the Inman Junior Women's Club.
Now, Alan, I know that this is your favorite float in the parade for obvious reasons. The 1989 Beauty Queen float.
And Jane, you're going to get me in trouble. My wife is watching this morning.
I thought you said she was out shopping.
No, she's watching a few minutes now.
Some of the ladies on that float: Mrs. Linda Surratt, Mrs. Drusilla Henderson, Marilyn Graham, Marilyn Ridgway, Margaret Brown, Coretta Beasley, Rebecca Pace, Shay Clarkson, and Stephanie Smith.
Float's loaded down.
Yeah.
Some beauties.
And there's the first AME Church drum corps, and you can hear them coming. We've heard them all the way down the
Oh,
street.
haven't we now? They participated in the 1987 South Carolina Governor's inaugural parade, as well as the 87 Shriners Parade. They've done quite a bit as well themselves. Their flag corpsman captain is Master Keith Galvin.
Ms. Tamara Davis and Kim Steen are the drum majors.
The drum corps was founded in 1986 from the Boys Club at First AME Church. The corps has been together for about 4 years.
We've talked about people who work so hard to put this parade on. We also need to thank Y.C. Ballinger for giving us the cherry picker truck so you can see some of these high shots like this one right here. Jamie May is the truck operator, and Mike Allen is the one who's freezing to give you these pictures this morning. Thanks, guys.
And we have coming up the little Mr. and Mrs. Star Bethel.
Brandon Means is the king, and Jody Farr is the queen. Ray Doggett is the first runner-up king, and Tiffany Davis is the first runner-up queen. And right
Anderson
behind
Grove
them,
Baptist Church, Just Say No to Drugs is their theme on the float this time. They were organized in 1988 by the pastor of the church, Reverend Leon Rector.
we see Dennis Rector, Horace Wilson, Sherry Foster. Listen to them chanting, just say no, just say no. Again, a wonderful message for these kids to hear.
A lot of kids are using that in the parade. That theme actually is.
And what a wonderful thing, too. The West Side Jets and Colts right there, all huddled up together, cheering and waving.
I see something right there, Jane, that we need, that they have on. The earmuffs.
I'll chase them down. I'll be right back, Alan. You handle things. And there's the Mary Black Hospital float. What a wonderful service they provide to the community here. Some of the folks on that float: Dallas Calvert, Ashley Meese, Kelly Medlock, Meredith Medlock, Natalie Brown, Erica Troutman, Jonathan Smith, Melissa Smith, Kelly Honeycutt, and Hunter Emery. Whew.
You know something, Gene? The reindeer on that float, just looking at it, looks almost real.
He may be real.
He may be.
He's just pretending. He's so cold, he can't move.
Frozen stiff.
And there's a guy I'm sure your kids are familiar with.
Billy, you know, I've watched more performances by Billy Bob and Chunky Cheese than I have of Jack Roper.
Well, I would put them all in the same category, though. That's always the first place when you say, where do you want to go eat?
Showbiz Pizza.
Now, hear this going on? Hey, sounds like doing a race.
That's not bad. Spartanburg Auto Auction float.
Holly Hayward, Mike McGuire, Sheila Henson, Lewis Mason, T.C. Wilson. I'm going to see if I can do it like they do. Kelly Bridges, Starter Hanson, State My Son, all those people are riding on that float, and I see them in the Spartanburg Christmas parade.
Now, what was that again? Would you start with the first one, please?
Sold. This is the Holden Chapel Baptist Church.
Baptist Church. Members of the church and the pastor on the float, Reverend J.E. O'Neill of the Holder Chapel Baptist Church, located in Boiling Springs. And they want to remind everyone that their doors are always open to anyone that would like to attend the services. Members help to decorate this float.
Now, Alan, I know that you just moved here, and we're so glad that you did, from Tennessee. But I have a feeling that it took a little bit more than that right there to get you here, huh?
It took a little more than that. You know, for the longest, we'd pack up and throw it in the trunk and go on. But now, with 2 kids, you can't do that anymore.
Although I bet your kids would love to have a little Carrie moving van like that one.
That is something, isn't it?
Isn't that cute?
With the Christmas tree and all the packages around the tree at the bottom. I would like to have that myself. You know, I could play in the yard for a while with that.
Now, speaking of being able to march in a parade in comfort, these guys have it made with the Adidas USA and the National District Center representing. And they've all got their the Adidas tennis.
Yeah, modeling some of the Adidas apparel and footwear are the employees from the distribution center here in Spartanburg.
I'd never have a paycheck. You know, it would just all go right back into some more sweats and tennis shoes and things.
Exactly.
We know their feet are comfortable this morning. And here's a big old truck. Now these people stand up and clog. The Crawley's Country Cloggers. There they go. Come on, kids. Let's show us what you can do.
They stay pretty active. You know, Jane, they've performed over 60 shows since February of this year alone.
Listen to that. Isn't that fun to listen to?
You know where they've been lately?
Where?
Dollywood. They've performed quite a bit in Dollywood.
What a great experience that must have been. We're having so much fun with the Spartanburg Christmas Parade, and there's lots more to come, including Santa Claus.
I can't wait. We have some exciting floats to view this morning. There have been a number of great floats pass by us here just a few moments ago. Right there, we're looking at what? WFBC Radio.
WFBC, good morning. Alan Bookout was the man in the van, the man in the truck, and right behind him, I think, Dale Gilbert and Jim and Joanne Crossan in the afternoons, and Lee Alexander on there. Nice to see you guys, and the news team of Len Hathaway and Dana Moore.
We listen to those folks from time to time.
Hi, FBC.
It's a nice van, too.
Jerry Massey's usually in charge of that. I'm going to peek inside and see what. Hi. Now there's a whole truckload full of kids.
Is the South Spartanburg Youth Athletic Association. And they're located in Walnut Grove, featuring football, basketball, and baseball for kids of ages 6 to 12. The queen there is Alicia Hughes, and the king is Danny Lafferty.
That's got to be the Piggly Wiggly float. Look at him right there in the middle. He should be a little nervous, don't you think? I mean, hams are a big Thanksgiving and Christmas tradition. But the pig doesn't look too nervous.
He doesn't look too nervous. Well, you know, most people generally go for turkey on Thanksgiving, so he's got a few weeks left yet before he can get really
Easter,
uptight.
Pig's out of here.
So long, Piggly Wiggly.
The Civitan Club of Spartanburg do some. Okay, now, Alan, you've been talking about it all day.
There we go. Now listen, it's not just me. I have a 3-year-old. I have no choice. The Muppet Babies on today at 12:30. Garfield and Friends, you can catch those guys at 1:30. So stay with us today on TV7. This afternoon,
for adults too, admit it.
Yeah, well, that's right. Jim Henson's Muppet Babies and Garfield and Friends.
Civitan clubs do so much. Good morning, Merry Christmas. You're calling us by name. I love that.
You know, Civitans provide manpower and financial support for Special Olympics, which is a great cause at the local, state, and international levels.
Yeah, and there's the Q Sci-Fi float. Omega Sci-Fi with Miss Mardi Gras and Miss Black Spartanburg on that float. Beautiful ladies. You know, and they do so much in the community, too. They have a great time on the different campuses and so forth, but their alumni chapters are very active. It's nice to see them here.
Morning Glory Clowns Troop from Morningside Baptist Church.
And don't they do a lot? I know Pamela Graham has featured them in our Time to Care segments, and just what joy they bring to people who aren't feeling well, people who are in the hospitals.
Now, these clowns were formed, the group was actually formed, Jane, about 5 years ago to spend a lot of time visiting hospitals and the youngsters. And that's a great cause.
And they say they have a beautiful message with their beautiful smiles, too. Good morning, Morningside Clown. Kids love that they were the clowns. Now here's the teen board from the Belk Hudson Company. What a good-looking
Who's
group
that on
of
top
young
there?
people.
Frosty the Snowman?
Frosty. Everybody's favorite teenager.
Belk Hudson would like to, presenting their float to their first teen board float, I guess that is. The board's made up of 16 high school girls, and they're going to be involved in a lot of charity drives and organizations throughout the year.
And fashion shows. You'll see those lovely young ladies. There's the Rock 101 band. Good morning, CKN. And here come the Spartanburg Sheriff's Department, and they have a wonderful program called DARE. It's a drug abuse resistance program sponsored by the Spartanburg Sheriff's Office. And again, what a wonderful way to say. I know, and it's great too that the Spartanburg Sheriff's Office realizes that prevention is the best means of stopping crime.
That's true.
Stop it before it even happens.
The Shriners Hillbilly Motorcade.
Oh, put the earplugs in. These guys come through every year. I don't hear the guns going off yet, but it'll happen.
And they're driving all the old cars, some of the classics that you see there. And of course, the money that's donated there goes to benefit the Burned and Crippled Children's Hospital. And these guys do a lot for the parades, and they do a lot for the community.
And what a beautiful new facility they have this year, too. This is the first Christmas that they've been in their new facility. But today, you'd never guess that these guys really have a serious mission in life, would you?
That's the way my car runs. It jumps like that. Well, we're going to be back in just a minute with more of the Spartanburg Christmas Parade, so you stay with us.
The kids out of school today. Oh, they're enjoying it. Are you glad you have something to do? Oh, yeah. Welcome to Christmas thing. and who are you? Al and Jane, we're having a good time down here, and we're trying to stay warm.
Tracy getting caught up with the hillbillies.
She is. Those guys are having fun down there. Look at all the exhaust and the smoke that's coming from behind us. I don't know if they're going to get these cars through here or not, Jane, so we can bring Santa in a little bit later.
They do this to me every year. Now, again, we talked about what's going on for the kids this afternoon, but tonight at 8 o'clock on TV7, the Ice Stars Hollywood Review.
That's right. Of course, it's the all-new Ice Stars Hollywood Review. There's going to be a special night with an all-star cast of the world's premiere figure skating. So be sure to enjoy the colorful show tonight at 7. Tonight at 8, I should say, here on TV7.
And I believe that's the Bottom Dollar Store's float. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong.
That's what it is, the Bottom Dollar Stores.
They're on Boiling Springs Highway in Spartanburg. Been in business for 15 years. And they don't just sell ladies' clothes, they also sell children and men's clothes and shoes. So you can take the whole family in there and come out outfitted.
That's what I need to do.
And they say, we sell at wholesale prices, too. I know everybody likes to get a good deal.
Especially at Christmas time, you know?
Yeah. It's a necessity at
you
Christmas time.
You have to get a good deal at Christmas time. Otherwise, you're just out in the cold.
It was the night before Christmas, and with everybody's favorite ride. But, you know, all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. How many people can really get past that? Can you get past that?
I can't, and I've read it several times. As a matter of fact, my little 3-year-old pulls out the books every other night.
But he probably can quote it to you, right?
He probably can.
That's the On Top Hair Emporium. Makes sense. Hair on top of your head. It's the largest black-owned and operated styling salon and barbershop in Spartanburg, so they certainly have a lot to be proud of.
Some of the girls riding that float, the Queen Lisa Gilliam, first runner-up is Makiba Smith, and second runner-up Vanessa Anderson. Those are just a few of the ladies riding on there.
And they're certainly on top of things.
Well, they diked out,
hair.
Too. Peach Blossom Antique Car Club.
Okay, now here comes your wish list, Alan. You can only pick one to tell Santa that you want.
Yeah, just one?
Just one.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jane.
Gotta limit it. You know, these bring back a lot of memories. I'm sure that we have people sitting at home now going, oh, honey, come in and look at this. Remember when we first got married, we had a car just like so-and-so?
Well, this car club was established in 1971 here in Spartanburg, and of course the purpose is for the preservation and enjoyment of these old cars, just like that one right there. Isn't that nice? We want to remind you, too, that coming up next Saturday at 10 o'clock is the Greenville Christmas Parade. That's going to be a big event as well. You won't want to miss it. Join us live at 10 a.m. from Main Street in downtown Greenville as Jeff Simmons and Pamela Graham, along with Bill Mick, bring you all the color and pageantry of the holiday season, the Greenville
right.
Christmas Parade.
It's not over yet. Everybody always gets sad when the parade's over, but wait, there's more to come.
It's just beginning, isn't it?
And as we continue to look at these beautiful antique cars, we also need to thank some friends that, well, they've gone unnoticed for a few years. It's the Spartanburg Amateur Radio Club. Bill Presley's in that club, and we were talking earlier this week, and he said, you know, we work really hard on the Spartanburg Christmas Parade to make sure that all of the cars are in line and the floats are in line just right. And guys, we really do appreciate what you do. Also, when bad weather strikes, we really depend on these guys to find out what's going on. When Hugo hit, when the snows were bad, anytime there's a tornado, these guys we can always count on.
You can't give them enough credit, can we? Because they do an excellent job. It's got to be just a handful to organize a parade like this, but they do a marvelous job.
Sure is. Let's go play putt-putt. Now, I think I could sink that ball. Sending down the little fairway, I think maybe I could sink that one.
I don't know. With my luck out there, I would have some trouble even sinking that one.
We might have to catch it first. Putt-Putt Golf and Games is on 1650 Reedville Road. It's open all year round. It's Putt-Putt Golf is not just a seasonal sport.
No.
And they also specialize in birthday parties.
Hey, that's right. Birthdays, you name it, any special occasion. They invite you to bring the kids down for a little putt-putt golf, even if it's not a special occasion.
Yeah,
I've gone
make
down
it a
time or
special
two.
occasion.
Yes.
Fun for the whole family.
Merry Christmas from Putt-Putt Golf and Games. Open all year round. I didn't realize that.
That's a nice thing about being in the South.
Yeah.
You know, we can take advantage of these things. Now, remembering what the true spirit of Christmas is really all about, Santa Claus and Frosty are fun, but the Cornerstone Baptist Church with this beautiful manger scene float takes us back to the true meaning of Christmas.
That's very true. Some of the songs, I don't know whether you can hear them or not, that they're providing is a medley of Christmas carols by B.T. Sears Sr. and the Sunshine Choir from Cornerstone Baptist Church.
Got their little choir robes on.
Yeah.
And their mom and dad are proud there.
There we go.
This is Lemann's float. The
That's
Lemann's Club is a women's charity organization, and Ms. Lemann is elected by the members for the one woman who they feel is the most deserving of the title, and the title comes from contributions and time given to the club. Lovely ladies all dressed up this morning.
Colorful float. Green, white, a little red in there for the flowers.
And they've all got their corsages on.
And they're all wrapped up.
Okay, I see some cheerleaders coming along and another band.
Landrum Youth Sports Cardinal Cheerleaders. Landrum Youth Sports Cardinal Cheerleaders. Captain is Kylie Champion, a young lady that we're all familiar with. Kylie, of course, we featured on one of our special assignment programs. Just a super little girl. A lot of courage and a big heart.
How sweet. We certainly have enjoyed special assignment too, by the way.
It's been really exciting to do that program because, you know, Gene, we get the opportunity, Pam and I do, to meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds. And it's like they say, doing that program, there's never a dull moment. It's just so exciting.
We have certainly enjoyed it, Alan. And we hear them in the background. 'Tis the season to be jolly. The Broome High School Band. My friend Randy Anderson used to play football at Broome.
Broome
Good
High
fellow.
School
Say hi to Randy. Good morning, guys. Don't they look sharp
Dressed
in their
out in their
uniform?
blue and white.
I remember when I was in the Wade Hampton band, my first year in the band, see how they march, they don't pick their feet up very high? The first year that I was in band, we had to pick our knees up, you know, way up, and so parades got very long. The next year, fortunately, our band director, Tony McCullough, said, okay, we're going to change our marching style, and we all went, okay, we'll show up for the parades from now on.
Now
Let's listen.
Let's listen, okay.
Like cartoons, here come your guys.
Sylvester and Tweety. What a show these guys put on, huh?
Hidden in the Sylvester costume is Michael Lamb, and Donna Lamb is hidden in a Tweety costume. They have a good time all dressed up this morning.
The kids love Sylvester and Tweety, don't they?
And this is the RUMPRSD. You know what that is?
No, tell me.
RUM Pressed.
Are you impressed?
Yeah, that's pretty clever, huh?
That is.
Angela Means and Erica Wallace, Ashlyn Salters, Philip Moss, Felicia Kilgore, Terrence Moss. I know I'm not going to get all that in. And others.
The Candy Girls and their escorts coming up on this float. Candy Girls, of course, a group of young, performing, modern, dancing young ladies. And they started this group back in 1983 to help the girls during the summer utilize their time while out of school, put them to good use there. Also to improve their talents and to give them something to do and to be proud of. And they've appeared at a lot of different floats. Their float, by the way, a lot of different parades. Their float, by the way, consists of candy canes, colors red, white, and silver.
Makes me hungry. Now I see that crazy little bird from WANS, and they've got their boombox here today. WANS Radio. Station mascot is the Freebird. Isn't he having a good time this morning?
He's on top of the world up there, huh, Jane?
You guys are having a good time.
How about a set of speakers like those, huh?
I tell you what, you start those things, we're going to hear you all over Spartanburg.
I bet my little boy here is having, the 13 or 12-year-old is having a time for a set of speakers like those.
Dear Santa.
That's all we need. I would never get any peace, any quiet in the house.
That was the Calpids Fire Department that we just saw. Hi, Holiday Inn, folks. All of our friends next door at the Holiday Inn West, sure to appreciate the fact that they've participated in this parade so often. And when we come back, we're getting very close to seeing Santa Claus.
Got to be real close.
Stay with us. I just found my car. It's a 1954. There it is at the very bottom of the screen. Dear Santa, that's what I want for Christmas.
From the Sparkle City Car Club. They have about 52 members, Jane, and of course it's a family-oriented car club, and their goal is to preserve, to restore, and to enjoy. Hey, that's where it all comes from, to enjoy these old cars.
Aren't they beautiful? We appreciate them putting these cars in the parade so we can enjoy them too.
You know, aside from the 1950 Ford pickup, they have a 1963 Ford, what is that, Ranchero, yeah. Looks like, a 1940 Ford Coupe, a 66 Mustang, a 50 Dodge, another 50 Dodge, a 57 Chevy, and a 35 Chevy. Now, you know, somebody's got some money tied up in these cars.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus, and we're going to prove it to you Saturday at 10:30 in the morning on TV7.
You know, that's an animated classic for the whole family. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus coming up on Saturday.
Get them around the set. Get these little ones around the set, too, from the Woodland Heights Twirling Spartanettes, Woodland Heights Recreation Center.
They're under the direction of Joanne Fogel. They have about 40 members.
Wow. There's a lot going on at that Woodland Heights Recreational Center. We appreciate what they do.
Who's that we see there waving at us, Jane? Can you make him out?
I can't make him out. Oh, that must be our Ruatan bear. Is that Rudy?
Rudy Ruatan. I believe you're right.
You know what? I have to apologize to Jerry. Jerry Walker is hiding in that costume. And what a wonderful job they do. He brought a little bear by the station, and I meant to bring that bear with me, but I took him home and he's on my bed. But what they do is they raise money and they buy these little stuffed bears that look just like the big one that you see right here. And then they give them to police and sheriff's deputies and state troopers and so forth. And whenever a child is involved in an accident, the officer gives the child a teddy bear to help them get it through. So that's just a wonderful service that they provide.
Helps in the recovery process for those old youngsters.
It sure does. There's Rudy. Hi, Rudy. Alias Jerry.
Looks like Rudy's got some friends here, too.
But the kids love that. Mom, for Christmas, I want a big bear, just like that one. The Margaret Bell Dancers are on this float.
And we can see the co-captains Sean Burgess and Nicole Cohen are standing up front there. These dancers have performed in and around South Carolina for pageants, schools, churches, and hundreds of civic organizations as well.
There's another old car coming up.
Well,
I can smell the bread baking right now. There's a little Miss Sunbeam. Been around a long time in the upstate, the Waldensian bakeries have. And what an incredible smell it is when they get that factory cranked up and they start baking that bread. Can't say no.
Nothing like good homemade bread. WESC FM. That's their band we see coming into the picture right now.
I wonder if Bob Hooper's in there. We appreciate what he does with the war on cancer. There's a festive float. See who that is.
We've got Santa Claus for one, not Santa Claus in person, but Santa Claus in the form of a huge poster.
That's the Doctors Memorial Hospital float. Good morning. Hi, they're saying. Reflects the spirit of the season and the spirit of the hospital. Filled with joy of the season and the smiling faces of the employee and owners and their children. And there's our Blockbuster Video crowd.
Blockbuster Video. Where would we be without Blockbuster Video? You know? for Back to the Future 1 and eventually maybe sooner or later Back to the Future 2 and some of those other classics.
Batman. Wasn't there just such a rage on the Batman video? Yeah, it's time pop some popcorn, build a fire, stay home. Go rent yourself a video.
Here's this
Only
one.
after
Some more of the
you've turned off
Blockbuster.
TV7.
Yeah, some more of the Blockbuster kids coming up there, huh?
He's got his little puppy. Kids love that little puppy. See him open his mouth there in the middle of the screen. The Spartanburg Convalescent Center float. Affiliate of White Oak Manor Incorporated, and they've served approximately 192 residents with 24-hour nursing care for the past 19 years. I'm sure people are very appreciative of the services they provide.
And in the van behind it, I believe, in the van behind it, they're also carrying some of the residents as well.
What a wonderful opportunity for them to come and see. We talk about the little faces along the sides of the road. Don't you know they're enjoying them this morning?
Exactly. They enjoy a parade just as much as anyone else, no doubt.
I love a band. Don't you think this is, other than Santa Claus, this is the best part of the parade?
The bands are very much so the best part. Dorman High School Band we see coming into the picture right now. Drum major is Joe Weaver, Jonathan Bright. Jane, they have 148 members. I can remember when I was in high school, our band had maybe 40 or 50, you know?
You could name them all, right?
Yeah. 148 in that band.
Hey, they're going to play for us. Great. And you know, they've proven themselves. I remember when we used to compete in band competitions, it was always so tough. But they have won the sweepstakes trophy at Furman. And so congratulations to them.
Now we also want to mention that the Dorman Bluebells were right behind the band there. They were...
I knew you'd notice the ladies. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, more trouble.
It's the Mansfield Business College. All in the Christmas spirit. Some of the programs there include data processing, private securities, data entry, and business administration, obviously.
Hey, that's
a lot of services.
Nice looking float, too. And listen, we're going to be back with more of the Spartanburg Christmas Parade in just a minute, and stay with us because the jolly old man from the North Pole...
old guy.
Oh, no, because if he ever catches up with him, my billfold is going to be hurting before this day's over with.
Hi, Santa Claus. It's so good to see you. And he's got all of his little reindeer with him.
Let's see. If I remember correctly, the kids' list include, let's see, a train set, an electric car, one of these powered cars, I don't know what they call them. What else
lots of candy.
Oh, lots of candy. Lots of candy.
Listen to him. It'd be wonderful. Santa Claus must have had a good Thanksgiving meal yesterday because he is looking pudgy.
A lot of turkey. A lot of turkey.
Santa Claus, we've been waiting a long time for you, sir. Jones Tractor has provided the float for Santa Claus because there's no snow out here today, so we had to provide some wheels for the old guy.
Yeah, Santa's going to make his own snow. Of course, we'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us.